Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. How are you? You are listening to Hire Me, and I am your host, Tayna Nunez de Oliveira, and welcome to my podcast. Hello and welcome back to Hire Me. I'm so sorry I've been away, but I'm back, okay? I'm here. We're back. Things are rolling. I've got a piece of paper because we need structure, okay? Anything that I've learned from being away is that I just need structure in my life, whether that be with the podcast, with my YouTube channel, with the short videos that I post on TikTok Reels, or anything else that I do in my life, even in my personal life. Like, I just need structure. Nothing works unless there's structure. So I've just got, just the basics written down just so that I can follow through and not be everywhere. Because I know it's super frustrating for you who's listening or watching to just have me go from here and then there and then here and then there. And it's girl, focus on one thing, and I'm working on it. So I've been working on it. And usually the episodes that do really well are the ones that I always had the piece of paper. So this ain't rocket science, baby. It's just business, but I'm glad to be back, and I'm glad to be doing this. I'm actually just waiting for my Pilates class to start. It starts at 1. It's 11:45 right now. It's just down the road from here, and yeah, I thought, why not kill some time, come to a nearby park. A lot of heavy traffic today, actually, and just sit here, talk to you, catch up, tell you what's been going on. I'm sorry I'm laughing. I know I've abandoned you, but it's not that serious. I'm back. And as you guys know, if you've been listening for a while or you follow other creators, you know that sometimes we just need a break. Because burnout is a real thing, whether you think social media is a real job or not. It is. A lot of work goes into it. If you hear a car about to leave, it's because the car next door to me is about to leave. But yeah, where have I been? Let's start there. I have been everywhere. I'm kidding. No, I haven't. I did go to Brazil during this time off, which I know I talked about prior to my little leave of absence. Yeah, I went to Brazil. It was absolutely beautiful, amazing, just how you would think it would be. A vlog is coming soon, eventually. Eventually, for sure. Yeah, I don't think I have definitely healed from it. Not that it was terrible and traumatic. No, quite the opposite. It was so good that when I came back home, that's what felt like trauma to me. It wasn't traumatic. It was just, when life is just so good. And it was so good for so long. I was there for 7 weeks, It wasn't a 2-week vacation. It was a 7-week vacation of feeling like an absolute queen. Not having to worry about money, not having to worry about anything. No stress of work, no stress of life. I remember my first few shifts back, I had so much pain in my traps because I hold a lot of tension here. And oh my god, the pain was unbearable because it had been so relaxed for so long. And then I just come back to such a stressful situation, and I'm just okay, cool. No, I look like a bodybuilder. I'm kidding. It's not that serious, but maybe it is. But yeah, I was definitely depresso espresso when I came back from my trip. And even before then, like, I remember sitting out here, not in this certain location, but just like sitting and talking to you guys, and I was just complaining, and I was just belittling the people around me. Like, you could tell that I was just so not happy with myself and my life and the things that have transpired, you know? I was ashamed that I wasn't doing well. I was ashamed that I couldn't get my life together, you know? Like, and I couldn't pinpoint why. But a lot of things have changed. A lot. And I guess I can get into it now, but like, my roommate's moving out, and as much as I love her, you know, there's things that I don't agree with her lifestyle, and just, you know how they say you are your 5 closest people around you? And I was just feeling kind of like a loser, you know? Like, I just didn't want to be in that energy anymore, and I didn't know how to, like, escape it. But luckily the universe kind of created something and was like, don't you worry. Don't you worry. And yeah, she told me she's moving out, which is kind of sad because, like, obviously, yeah, like, we have this great friendship that we've developed over time, and I do respect her and she respects me. Although, like, I definitely think this is, like, the best idea for the both of us, like, for her to move on and for me to move on, you know, like, I think it's best case scenario for everyone. The only downside is my buttery boo, which is technically her buttery boo. One of her cats who is utterly obsessed with me, and it is a two-way street there, you know, like, I am obsessed with him as well. He's my little man. He's unfortunately also leaving with her other 2 cats, because there was 3, which is really sad, and it makes me think, like, maybe I should get my own, but then it's like, okay, but that's just an extra expense, and, like, financially, like, I just don't think that's the right idea. Like she was saying, she's like, oh, you're gonna be so heartbroken, it's gonna be the best thing. And I'm like, girl, you do not know me. I'd rather go through the feelings, go through the grief as normal, rather than just, like, put a band-aid on it and then feel it later. No, that's not how I deal with things in life, you know? Like, I'd rather just deal with them head on instead of, like, shoving them under the carpet or under the rug, as they say. And yeah, no. Let's just deal with it. I'm gonna deal with the grief. I already kind of did. I cried a lot when she first told me. I mean, it was kind of like in the spur of the moment. Like, she just met a guy. They're engaged. They're actually getting married next weekend. And they're moving out at the end of the summer. You know, like, her choice, her life. Like, I support her no matter what. Do I think it's a little insane? Absolutely. And I did. I called her insane and we got into a fight. Because I'm like, you are out of your mind. But no, like, I met him last weekend and he seems like a gentleman, you know, like, and the best to them, you know, like, I really want to see her thrive and be happy. And if she really thinks he's the one, then he's the one. Who am I to be like, he's not the one? I'm not, you know, like, no, I don't have any say. I don't know what goes on behind closed doors. And also, if she makes a mistake, she makes a mistake. But it doesn't seem like she's making a mistake. It just seems really quick. That's the only, like, whoa about it, is how quick it's been. Like, I think when she told me, like, they had only known each other for 2 weeks. And I was like, you're insane. But then, like, you know, like, she's also a very spur-of-the-moment woman, and, like, I'm not even gonna beat around the bush, you know, like, her lifestyle, her choices that she makes daily, like, they add up to this. Like, it doesn't, it's not out of place for her to make a decision like this, you know what I mean? Like, when you're in an altered state of being all the time, you don't really know what's normal and what's not. You know what I mean? So, like, that is totally normal to her. Or maybe you guys don't know what the hell I'm talking about, and it's fine. We're gonna move on, because this isn't really about her. But yeah, I just felt like I needed a change, and that kind of happened, and I was like, whoa, okay. This is kind of exactly what I prayed for, you know? Is kind of like an out without ruining that friendship, without ruining anything, you know? Like, no bad blood. And it's like the best way to go. We're gonna have the best summer together, and then I get to say farewell to her and the little babies, the little fur babies. So yeah. And as for me, what I've done to kind of zhuzh up my life to make it feel better, I knew that like all of these stuck emotions needed an outlet. I always knew that. And like I would try to like go out certain places, and I'd feel so like miserable that I'm alone, and then I'm like, ugh. Like, you know, it was just like a constant cycle of just, I'm bored, I'm alone, don't know what to do, I need an outlet, but not doing anything about it, until I finally did something about it. I had been ruminating and thinking about going to hot Pilates and hot yoga, and I finally bit the bullet, and I've been doing it for like 2 weeks now, and it has been the best thing that I have ever done for myself. Like, not only is hot yoga super meditative and just very much needed for a girl like me, I'm very much in my own emotions, I feel things extremely deeply, and I need a way to just disconnect from the world and come back to myself. So if you're anything like that, hot yoga is for you. And hot Pilates has been nice to just kind of like build muscle, build abs. I don't have abs yet, but I'm so sore. I actually am going to a hot Pilates class like in a few minutes, as soon as we wrap up here. That's why I'm in my like Pilates princess fit. So cute. I'm wearing like a one piece. It's all this color, and I've got this little jacket on. Although it's getting warmer, so I might take it off soon. But yeah, I've been getting down to a routine, you know, like I've been trying to pre-book these classes because it's so expensive. I'm not like making excuses, you know, I'm not like, oh, I don't want to go. I mean, many times, even today, I'm like, I don't want to go. But then I'm like, then I'm going to have to pay $30 on top of the $150. No thanks. You know, so it could, like, it's a way for me to like keep myself accountable without relying on a third party. You know, well, technically I still am, but you know what I mean. Like, I'm not like, oh, like I need a friend, I need someone to help me. Like, no, nobody's coming to help you, you know, like you gotta help yourself. And I've always known that. I've always constantly learned that lesson, but it's true. Like, I just can't wait around to get better for someone else. I have to do it for myself. And it's been sticking, it's been working, and I love it. And I've been getting really good feedback from the instructors. They're like, damn, girl, you're strong. And I'm like, thanks, girl. You know? So, it's fun. I like it. And if I'm ever bored, I could just go to a class. I haven't, like, done that yet. Like, out of the spur, out of the moment. Just been like, you know what? Let me go. Because I've just, like, pre-booked them. And I'm just, like, exhausted. And maybe a little bit too, like, finally in a place where it's like my life is too busy, which is crazy. Because before I'm like, I'm bored, let me just garden and do nothing with my life, you know? So it's nice to finally have something going for me. And I'm making it my whole personality now. Hi, I'm Tayna, and I do hot Pilates and hot yoga. It's fun. Y'all should try it. But let's go back to why I stopped filming for the podcast. And again, I do want to apologize for going MIA on you guys. I literally ghosted you after a ghost story episode on Halloween. I literally have not posted since Halloween, which is crazy because I've been getting a lot of stats in the meanwhile. Like, I get notifications and I'm like, people are downloading this? That is crazy. Why? But I'm super grateful for it. Thank you. Thank you for everyone who's been here, even though I haven't been. And the reason why I stopped was, again, like, I just felt like I was losing the plot. I was losing myself. I was complaining and just being very negative and just not seeing any results. And that led to me just give up a little, you know? Like, I'm not giving up 100%, because I know you only fail if you give up. So if you keep going, you're bound to find success. It's evident, you know? Like, you're just going to continue. You're going to continue to see what works, what doesn't, and you'll eventually hit the jackpot, you know? Like, you'll eventually get there. It might take a year to 20 years. You just never know until you try it. So, yeah. I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. This podcast isn't going anywhere. It might take a few breaks. So we're on season, 6 now? I don't even know. We might even be on season 7. I genuinely have no idea what season this is. But it's a new season. Hi, welcome. I should know, you know, as the host of this podcast. I should know, but I don't, unfortunately. We just kind of go with the flow here, okay? But yeah, I needed to refine my purpose, refine the reason why I started this thing in the first place, right? Like, hire me. I'm trying to become a higher version of myself, a better version of myself. And in that process, also kind of inspire you guys, right? Like, this is my show. It's about my life. But also, like, I want it to be a coaching moment. But nothing too drastic, right? Like, I just hated the idea of personal development alone. Like, I needed it to be meshed with lifestyle. I needed it to feel like it wasn't homework, you know? Because it always does feel like homework. I don't want it to feel like homework. That's boring. And it should just be a lifestyle choice. Something that transforms you, not weighs you down. Because a lot of the times I would consume personal development content and I'd feel so overwhelmed and like just the weight of the world, you know? Like, oh my God, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta, like, oh my God, no, take it one step at a time. It should be fun. It should be just a stepping stone to your life, to just bettering yourself, you know, like, not this whole shebang and like make it your whole personality. Guilty. But yeah, so I needed to come back to that. I needed to know why. And in the meanwhile, like, I even talked about it with my family and friends. I was like, oh, maybe I should do a little bit more visuals, you know, like, maybe I should do something a little bit more poetic. Although I think that's a brilliant idea, I don't think it would be long enough of a format to be considered a podcast. A podcast is very much just sitting down, listening, like, we're just chilling, just you and I, you know, and I didn't want to take it away from that. But that can absolutely be a really good video, like a video straight up, not even an episode, just a video on YouTube, you know? And I think that would be wonderful and beautiful to do, because I have really great concepts that I would love to talk about and touch on and like visually perform. That would be so much fun. That would like literally scratch a certain itch that I have on the inside from film school, even from before that. Like, I've always been a very gifted person in that sense, like with entertainment and like visuals, and it's my thing. That's why I'm here. You either have it or you don't, you know, like, you either like this or you don't. You either consume it or you're the entertainer, you know, or you're both in most cases for the entertainers. But yeah, So I think I'm not really going to change up the style too much. New intro though, not on the podcast, but on the YouTube, just because like the creepy face, like, yeah, I don't know. Nobody really gave me feedback about it, but like I think it's kind of creepy. Every time I would put it on, it's just like me in different faces, just like smiling at you, like, like, girl, no. I would have clicked out of that so quick if I saw that and I was just new to this. So hopefully there's a whole new intro. But I still love the podcast intro, which I should probably start rolling it, you know, like how I used to in the beginning when I first started. Or maybe not. Maybe that'll just be for like just the podcast listeners. It'll be just an exclusive for them. I've made the executive decision. That's exactly what it's gonna be. But yeah, so like you see, like every day, like I have these like small little ideas, and then I'm like, oh, should I do this? And I think the reason why I kept trying to change it so much was because I felt like it wasn't working. But it's like, it's not that it wasn't working, it's just I just have to be more consistent. That's simply it. Just more consistency, more structure. And yeah, the rest shall flow. So, what is the next step for the podcast? It's gonna be this. It's gonna be me either out in nature, me in the car, just us chit-chatting. I may or may not bring on some guests, finally. I know, right? I know. There is someone that I've met just recently. They're also a content creator, and I would just love to pick their brain and just like ask them to come on the podcast. Like do maybe an in-car style, right? Like, or maybe let's just go to a park, sit down on a bench and interview style. I think that would be fun too. But I also don't know because I haven't asked this person yet. But there's a few things and a few people that I would love to interview and love to go down the rabbit hole and like talk about certain topics that still align with the brand of Hire Me, of becoming your best self, becoming your highest self. But also people who do it in a really fun way. People who aren't so rigid and like, I need to be the best. No, this isn't what this is about. It's just about being your best self and not really competitive. There's no race, you know, like it's just you living in your own truth and living up to your highest own potential. So anyone who represents that should and would be the perfect guest. So if you guys know anyone that you would love me to collab with and interview, let me know. Genuinely, let me know and let them know that they should come on the podcast, because that would be amazing. But yeah, I'm not going to change it up too much. So I'm just going to kind of keep doing what I'm doing and see where life takes me, you know? Keep up with my socials because I'm posting a lot more shorts than usual. I have this cute little segment going on that's like, you know what's really funny? And then I say something that's like probably not that funny. That's more so like an observation or a theory or sometimes a random fact. But yeah, those have been fun to kind of post and just, I don't know, I get to let out my little personality a bit and like little snippets. I've also been doing get readies with me. Those are really fun. I did them a lot while I was on vacation. That was like my work, like my only work. And it didn't feel like work because I actually genuinely loved doing it. So like playing with fashion has been a huge thing for me lately. I've always been into fashion. I was shut down a while ago. But as of recently, I've been like, you know what? Fuck what anyone else thinks. I'm gonna look my best. And if someone doesn't like it, boo-hoo. Get over it. You know? Like, I'm just a girl. I like fashion. I love playing around with jewelry. And I love taking risks in life because we've only got this one life. Might as well have fun with it. And I think that's like the whole idea, is the fun, the playfulness of it all. Like, I just want this to be light and airy. It should not be anything so like deep and depressing. Well, that's not to say that it won't. Like, that's not to say I won't have an episode where I'm like, guys, like, I'm down bad and like, this is what I've been doing to help myself, and like, if you have any options for me, you know, like, I can't lie to you, there might be and will be an episode that's like that, but that's not the whole main shebang here, okay? It's just a little fun, free-flowing, life gets better no matter what kind of vibe, because it does. It really, truly does. Because although so many things have happened in my life, I've grown stronger from it, you know? And when I look back, I even think, like, those weren't even that bad. You know, people have it so much worse. And I'm actually pretty proud of myself for staying true to who I am and getting through with it and still having the heart that I have, you know? Like, I think I should be a very bitter soul, but I'm not, because you could choose to be either or, and life is still gonna happen. But you determine whether it's gonna be a good one or a bad one, based off of your perspective in life. I'm a firm believer that you make your life, you know? Like, sure, there are things that happen to us, but what you take from it, the lessons you take, the wisdom, that's what truly makes you you. And like, you wouldn't be where you are now if it weren't for the things that have happened. So I always just try to be grateful and stay positive. But like, see this Zen new energy? It's yoga. It's literally yoga. And Pilates. Well, Pilates is stressful. I'm like, I need to go do number 2 because I'm so stressed. In like 20 minutes I gotta go. But I might even go a little bit sooner so that I can use the washrooms in case I have to. Because I feel like I do. And the sound of that train, it's time for me to go because it's about to get louder and louder. So yeah, thank you so much for sticking around during my hiatus, or you just discovered me. So hi, my name is Tayna. Stick around because we've got a long journey here. And yeah, I'll leave you guys to it. Thanks for tuning into today's episode. I shall see you for next week's episode. Mwah, mwah, and mwah. Ciao, ciao. I miss this. Okay, bye. So, we have come to the end of today's episode. I am your host, Tayna, signing off from Hire Me. I really hope you enjoyed today's episode. Or if you didn't, honestly, let me know what you thought. All my socials are at Tayna Nunez de Oliveira. And remember, if you're still alive, you still have time to spread your love and magic all over this world. So I'll catch you guys next time. I'll see you. Bye. Mwah. Love you.